Hey everybody, Maria here. I have to make tzatziki for a client dinner this weekend, so I thought I would turn on my iPad and show you how to make it. I know you're always asking for recipes. Okay, it's really easy to do, and once again, it's a personal preference whether you want to tweak this or not. I'm not going to measure at first. I'm going to grab things like I would typically do it without measuring, and then I can throw it into a measuring cup so you can see measurements, because I don't really measure. That's the way it is. Okay, so I am making tzatziki for 14 people, but I always want extra. You can always save this, and you can dip anything in it. You can put it on a sandwich. You can actually use it as a salad dressing. It's phenomenal. So I have 2 cucumbers. This one's smaller, obviously, than this one. And I wanted to show you what I did was I striped it, because some recipes will tell you not to leave the skin on, and some will tell you to leave the skin on. I like my tzatziki really thick, so I like to leave part of the skin on. So I striped the cucumber, and you have to remove the seeds because the seeds hold a lot of water. I mean, a cucumber holds a lot of water also, but you don't want to put the seeds in this. So what you're going to do is you take a spoon, you cut it in half, and then I have my little plastic grocery bag that I put so you don't have to walk over to the garbage can. You want everything in front of you so you can work quickly. And then, so what you do is you scoop it out like that. And I'm going to do this one also. Scoop it out. It's going to fly everywhere, but you don't want the middle in because it's really watery. Now, tzatziki is typically made with yogurt. I always add sour cream because I like to keep that thickness. I use Greek yogurt. You'll see I have Fage yogurt. You can use the full fat version. I have zero, and that's totally up to you how you want to do that. So here is your striped cucumber, and you're going to cut it into big chunks. And here's the other thing too. Go buy a food processor. I know I say this all the time, but if you keep following me, you're going to hear it constantly. A food processor is a godsend. Okay, this is a Black & Decker. It's just a plain Jane food processor. It works great. Black & Decker's awesome. Okay, so you need garlic. This is fresh chopped garlic. It's not the stuff in the jar with the blue label that is yellowish looking. I mean, that's kind of yellowish beige, but no, you don't want that. So this is just a regular spoon, and I am going to do this much. Okay, so put it in here, and that is, let's make it an even quarter of a cup. There you go. That's pretty much. All right, so you put that in there, and then you're going to take all of this cucumber, and you're going to pulse it in the food processor. You don't want to grind it up too much, because when you grind it up too much, it gets watery once again. But these are your solid ingredients, so you need to deal with this first. So you pulse, 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 pulse. Okay. Personally, this is how I like it. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. Now, here is the trick, if you will. If you add your yogurt and your sour cream to this, and you start pulsing again, obviously this is going to break down more. So at this point, you can put it in a bowl if you want to keep it chunky. I'm leaving it at a big enough rough chop. So if it breaks down, it's really not going to matter too much to me. Okay, so this is a 16-ounce container of yogurt. I'm going to use half of it. So that's 8 ounces of yogurt. Now, let me tell you this. Yogurt should be strained through a cheesecloth, but I find this to be thick enough where it's going to be fine, not being strained. And I'm going to eat it right away. And I'm trying to show you some things that are fairly easy and fast, because I know lots of people don't have time to do this sort of thing when you don't do it for a living. Okay, so this is a ramekin full of sour cream. You don't need light sour cream, whatever that is, because that defeats the whole purpose. I mean, there's no point in any of that. Okay, so you're going to put a ramekin of sour cream in, and then you're going to go back and you're going to pulse. And at this point, you can take your spoon and you can mix it around like that. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to add some lemon juice and salt. And then you're going to taste it. So I am going to add, let's see. That is probably a tablespoon of lemon juice, and I am going to give it a pinch. There you go. Sorry about that. Look, let me tell y'all something. Videoing is not as easy as it looks. Okay. And I'm not editing this. This is what it is. Okay, here we go. Pulse. Okay, now I'm going to taste it. It's good, but it needs more garlic in my humble opinion. So, oh no, I got some of the garlic. So I'm going to add another 1/8 of a cup. I don't want to do another 1/4 of a cup because that's going to be ridiculous. Okay. I can taste the lemon. It needs more salt. And get kosher salt in the box. You can get it at Sam's. Better than iodized. You don't want iodized salt. Pulse. And then, yes, I'm turning the spoon over. If this was just for me, I'd double dip, but it's not. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I have a ring light on it, so it looks really bright. Okay, now it's time to serve the tzatziki. You can put it in a bowl and put it on the table so people can serve themselves. I am making lamb souvlaki, so this will be an accompaniment to the lamb. You can, like I said, you can put it on chicken. You can put it on anything you want. So with the recipe that I just showed you, it makes a 10-cup food processor worth. So that's 80 ounces. So that is a little over 2 quarts. Okay, there's your tzatziki. I wanted to tell you, I have some Persian dill. Some friends of mine, a friend of mine is from Persia, is from Iran. And so they gave me Persian dill. Thanks, Peggy and Mac. So I put that on top. You can also incorporate it in your tzatziki. I'm probably going to throw some in there because dill is the bomb with yogurt and sour cream. And then I have some feta. I could eat this every day. I mean, now this is just me. I sprinkle the feta around it. I buy the block feta. I do not buy the crumbled feta in a container because it's not gluten-free, first of all, for anybody out there who's gluten-free. It's full of what they call sawdust to keep it separated, and it's kind of gross. So I get the block, and then these are the real deal. Kalamata olives, not the olives in a can, and I could eat these until I faint. And then I can't get my jewelry off or close my fingers. Okay, now it's time to taste it. I'm going to get some of the feta cheese. And I'm going to put it on a piece of pita. Mother of God. Reach out with any questions you have. I hope you enjoyed this. Make this at home. It's very easy and it's very relaxing. I'll see you soon.